Hey viewers and viewers, my name is General Red Strategist. Welcome back to Tracks, the train set game. This is something like the 22nd episode now. So we're back here, of course, in Pretty System. Been doing a lot of work off camera, actually, between episodes. So I'll guide you through a bit of that first. Really just to mention that I've been throwing down a lot of people in various parts of the town. As you can see, we've actually now got a few little police dudes on top of this police station here by the helicopter. Similarly, actually, with the fire station over there, I threw down a few people just in and around it, up on the roof by the helicopter, down by the engines. And also with the train stations, I've actually put some people down on the platforms, because I realised with the alt mode in the game, you can sort of change heights of the people that you're placing down as well, which is pretty good. Now, of course, last episode we started off, of course, with this, the first of the terminal car parks. Looking good, I do think. Nice and, fairly orderly, I do think. And I said I was going to actually do the next one off camera. As you can see, I've actually already made a start on it. Now, this one is slightly smaller than the one over there, just because of the space, because of the curve of that road up there. So, I've already started filling this one out with a few cars. I'll probably do more work on this off camera, just to kind of round it up and complete it. Also, the airport station, as you can see, is now full of commuters who are waiting for their train to arrive or whatever. So yeah, it's just basically to try and bring a bit of life to the airport. Now, one suggestion I did have from your mum's rolling pin is to maybe see if I can build hangars for the aeroplanes. I was doing a little bit of looking off camera at some of the buildings that are actually available. I'm not sure. How would I do a hangar though? That's the question. So I feel like I need a fairly sizable building for that, but the problem is there isn't really one that looks particularly suitable to me. Because obviously a hangar's got to be able to, it's got to be big enough to accommodate an aeroplane. So it's got to look like it would feasibly be capable of accommodating one of these bad boys. Various ideas I've had, I don't know, maybe involve perhaps lining up a few train sheds next to each other. Let me just sort of smack a few of them down like this. So if you put, say, a line of them like that, and then maybe I could use the wooden walls to kind of make big hangar wall type things. See if I put it maybe like, I don't know actually. Well, you know what? We'll keep that in mind. We could potentially use the train sheds for the hangars. It could work, Maybe, I don't know, but I'll have to experiment a bit off camera and just see, if I can perfect a design that I actually like. That's the problem, there's no real kind of building on here that is immediately obvious for a hangar. Though I suppose I could do something with the train sheds maybe, if I sort of put them fairly close together and what have you. Okay, so there's that. We'll probably come back to the airport in future at some point and do more on it. Also, incidentally, I did put down loads of cars by the entryways like this. So as you can see, it's actually a one-way system. The cars kind of turn into these two lanes, so it's like, there's two lanes, so you got to drop off one here and you got one where they can overtake and get past. And they can come round here, pull round, then pull back along here and back out onto the road again, wherever they want to go. So yeah, it's like a one-way system, and it's kind of the same over on the other side as well with the other terminal, which is pretty good. So I've got that kind of in place there. As you can say, as I said, obviously, I'll continue work on this second car park off camera, get it just filled up with cars, things like that. Because the thing is, people have seen me working on car parks before. I don't want just to have another episode of me building a car park. Now, also, you notice I've got this over here. So where this section is now joining onto the town, I've got this raised area, because that's the thing. I want more raised areas in the town. Just to make things look a bit more interesting. And I've been placing sort of grass blocks on top of each other. Also, incidentally, I should remember actually that there are you do have the ability to rotate things. So I could create sort of angled hills and things like that, which I think would be kind of interesting. But yeah, something again just to think about for the future. So what I might do actually just do very quickly is place some of these bad boys down, if I can. I'll put them down in a bit of an irregular order as well, so it looks kind of interesting. No, actually, I haven't said that. No, I'm actually not too keen on that now. Bloody hell. You see, that's as a double set like that. So let's just keep that as it is. So you see, I mean, I'm thinking maybe of having houses on top of there. So it's like a posh sort of bit. Well, maybe not a posh area, considering it's right next to the bloody factories and the airport terminal car parks. But yeah, okay. Maybe, I don't know, having some sort of built-up area on here, perhaps. Maybe like a parkland area. I don't know. But obviously, we'll probably put down houses along here, things like that. So we may as well just get cracking on with that, I do think. Let's see now, if we go for the old random houses again, then we'll just sort of change their size as is necessary. I need to change the grid subdivisions, probably to 12.5, like that. Yeah, we start off like that, putting them down like so. We'll just obviously change the sizes of them in due course, because they're all kind of second and first story at the moment. No 3-story ones. Obviously, I think as we kind of go out, as we expand Pretty System outward, we'll have houses of different sizes, because so far we've just been sticking to the 3-story ones, which, you know, is understandable, because that's what kind of what I want to go for, but, yeah. Okay, here we go. Put that like that. Right, let's just go down here, and just put some in this side as well, like so. Obviously it means as well these houses have kind of a little bit of space behind them, which, not too bad I suppose. It's just a little pathway down the rear. Okay, put that there, and that one can go in there. Good. Right, now let's start changing them up to the right sizes. 3-story please, there we go. Nice. One click and it's done. Isn't it always good when it does that? Okay, like this. Nice, nice. Oh, look at that. Just click them once and they all spring up to the right size. Fantastic. I also like how they go through different colours. I've probably said this before, but it just makes for a nice bit of variety. Prettifies the whole town. Okay, you go there. Good. And that one, and that one. There we go. Nice. So you see, it's taking shape. I do quite like it. What else? Now, maybe if we do something on top of this hill, I don't know. See, I've got to start thinking really about additional plans for this town. Where else am I going to take it? What else am I going to add to it? So obviously we've got power station in mind, you know, maybe a big hill sort of on the edge of the town with wind turbines, things like that. So we've got that. Obviously one thing I do want to do is maybe a schoolhouse. Now, there isn't obviously a actual dedicated schoolhouse building in this game, which I'm kind of surprised by. I would have thought that that would have been something that the devs would have added, but I've had some ideas for how I could maybe try and make a interesting looking little school. So here's the thing, right? The classic design, I don't know, of schoolhouses, certainly from my experience, is that they're, you know, like a smallish kind of building, but they usually have like a clock somewhere on them. So I'm thinking maybe I could combine the clock tower with another building somewhere, maybe like a small or a medium house, I don't know. I'd have to experiment and see what kind of works, actually. Which would be, I don't know, it'd be kind of interesting. Okay, what should we do? I think we'll, what should we do next? That's what I'm trying to say. I think we'll put some stuff, maybe, up on this hill. Maybe we'll border it up a bit with some wall sections, if I can get them in place. Hold on. No, not 12.5, I don't want that one, 50%. If I can get it at the edge, that would just work nice without it sinking. There we go. Jesus. Alright, let's try it like this. Get some little walls down, because we need to obviously decorate this kind of raised area up here. Maybe I should put the school up here, actually. Actually, no. This probably isn't the most ideal location for a school, because you've got freaking noise all around. You've got the airport and the car parks and the factories. It's going to be a bit noisy. It's going to be a bit distracting for the kids. Ideally, you need schools in fairly peaceful and fairly serene surroundings that are conducive to learning and all that. You know what they say. See, I've got this all planned out in my head, roughly, vaguely, sort of, but not quite. That kind of lines up just perfectly. Wow, considering that that's a combination of, you know, a couple of grass blocks in width. Fences, well not the fences, the walls rather, are sort of ideally placed. Good. So we go along like this. Incidentally, I'll also need to put some stuff down here in this gap. I wonder. There are some ideas I have, but we'll see. What else? Maybe put these along here. We could put some more kind of apartment blocks or skyscrapers or something in here. That's what I'm possibly thinking. Oh, careful. Get these fences lined up. I'll have to put some lighting down on them as well at some point. Okay, and there we go. Right, so the fence there is down to mark that out, which is good. This helps to add a bit of elevation to the city. We'll make even, you know, more elevated areas in due course, just to really add something to the town. What else? Lamps, that's what we need. Every town needs sufficient street lighting. Here we go. Put that there and that one there. Okay, so I'm just sort of trying to mentally plan in my head what is... Oh god, that's not gone in the right place. I'm trying to mentally plan in my head... Oh, bollocks, I keep fucking placing it wrong. It keeps going down the wrong way. The hell. Right, get that there. We'll do the corner lights in due course. Because we'll do our trick with the simple lampposts. Right, get that in there. Oh, bollocks. Hold it. So as I was saying, planning what's going to go in this area, probably skyscrapers and apartment blocks, I think. So again, like I say, I was going to think of, you know, I was thinking about putting housing in here, but I don't know if people would really want to live on a big raised area with a big view over a fucking car park and factories. So maybe it's best if we put some commercial stuff up here. I think that would work probably best, wouldn't it? Make like a nice little office slash, I don't know, shopping area, I don't know. Oh, you don't know, Mr. Frodo? That's the thing, actually, in reference to, you know, some of the types of buildings that the devs could add into this game. Obviously, you know, you've got some basic shops and things you can put down, but I really think there's a lot of additional stuff you could implement in a game like this. I mean, we'll just, hold on, once I've just stuck these lampposts down, we'll actually have a look at what is available and what else you could actually potentially put into a game like this. Oh, careful, come on. Come on, come on. Come on, get in there. Oh, right, this one's refusing to go on that corner. Right, hold on, do I have to go into alt mode? I think I do. Right. Let's just get this. There we go. That's better. Right, when all else fails, alt mode works. Right, we've got that raised area. Okay. As I was saying, you know, you got barber shops, you got flower shops, toy shops, bakeries, greengrocers, post offices, things like that. You know, you could have all kinds of other little shop types, like a fishmonger, maybe, or maybe a furniture shop, things like that. A florist, actually, I think would be a good one as well. Nice and little toy shop style, toy box style even. Right, apartment blocks and skyscrapers, I think. That's what we want up here. Let's see now. Yeah, don't like that colour. That's better. Okay, right. These houses down here are going to be kind of casting the shadows of this huge building, but they're just going to have to deal with it, aren't they? If we put that apartment block there, maybe? No, actually I'm going to do it differently. I'm going to do it very differently, I do think. How about... Hold on, where's about the halfway point there? Three there, so it's about that lamppost in the middle there. Hold on. Just working things out here, ladies and gents. So if I put one like that, and then one sort of straight behind it like that. Am I right? There's a bit of... There's a little bit of a gap between them. Hold on, let's just change the grid subdivisions a bit more. Ooh, that's a horrid colour. No, not the train shed. I'll do, I guess. Right, because ideally I'd like them to practically be right back on each other. Right, here we go. Hold your horses. Yep, come on. Oh, is that right? I don't know. Oh god, it's not quite... It's not quite snapping to where I want it to go. Come on. Oh, don't be like this, seriously. Why are you not matching up? Why are you got to be like this, seriously? balls to you. Hold on, let me just move it around a bit. Fucking horrible colour. Horrible colour. Better colour. There we are. Okay, maybe I had it kind of right before, actually. Let's put one there and have a little bit of a gap. That is a horrid colour. That's a horrid colour. So's that. That's better. Some of the colours are just... ugh. Give it that. Seriously, why will you not match up perfectly with that? Why is it not... oh, fuck me. I don't know, maybe I'll look at it from this angle. I don't know. Eeh. Or is it just like that? I don't know. Hold on, 6.5. There we go. Fucking hell. Jeez. How's that? Let's just look at it round from this angle. Yeah. It's not quite an equal grass strip on each side, but it'll do me. I'm okay with it. I can handle that. It's fine. Let's see now. Get them sort of lined up. Just nicely here, like this, ladies and gents. There, yeah. Yeah, so just have a big sort of wall of apartment blocks. Because that's the thing, we've got all these tower buildings, might as well use them. And let's get a nicer colour, there we are. Down. That's a horrid one. Go over this one, sort of pinkish colour, okay, fine. Yeah. Green. Is that green? That's kind of a greenish colour, isn't it? It's okay, I guess. Put it in there. So, you know, this is a very interesting looking construction that I've got going on here. I mean, it's not the worst I've ever built, is it, though? Right, there is going to be a gap sort of between these buildings here, but you know what? I don't mind that. It doesn't need to be perfectly symmetrical, ladies and gents. It'll be absolutely fine, I do think. Right, let's start getting some... oh no, not train shed. I don't want that. I don't want the train shed. Let's get that there. Try and sort of mirror it now on this side, kind of. Kinda. There we go. That's one's in. That's one's in there. Can't English all of a sudden. That is a horrible colour. Yeah. There we are. And down. Two more. One and two. There we go. Nice. So it's quite the it's quite the big wall of friggin' apartment blocks, that is. But you know what? I don't mind it. I think it looks okay. We can have, obviously, you know, more detail into it a bit as well. If we just go back to 50% again, maybe put some trees down. Just sort of screen it off a bit from that car park down there. That's what I'm thinking. Hold on. Put them like this. We can obviously put maybe some hedgerows in between them. Because you always need trees and hedgerows. There's one thing that you should take from this series, boys and girls, all you kids out there who aspire to one day be urban planners. It is that you need plenty of greenery to jazz things up. Right, put that there. See, you learned something today, haven't you? Because who wants to live, you know, in a grey concrete nightmare? You want a bit of colour in your life. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's one reason why I hate brutalist... well, I don't hate it, but I don't like it. Don't like brutalist architecture. Because, my god, I just think to myself, I would never want to live in a giant concrete tower block. I feel like it'd be so depressing. Right, there we go. See, it's already looking nicer with the trees actually in front of it. Right, let's think about these bad boys. We need to... oh, no. Oh, no, we don't need to increase grid subdivisions. We can just stick them down like this. These big fat green sausage bushes. Here we go. Lovely like that. Lovely. Lovely. But yes, brutalist architecture. Apologies if any of you are fans of that. But seriously, I don't like it. Really don't like it. Just think it's butt ugly, that's all. Seriously, go on Google and just search for pictures of things like Trellick Tower in London. Trellick Tower, incidentally, I've actually mentioned in my Sir You Being Hunted series. I did an episode on brutalist architecture, and the title of the episode was On Trellick Tower. And you know, I had the sort of upper part of it in the thumbnail. God, it's a horrible building. Okay, there we go. Right, bushes down. That's good. It's nice. It's not looking too bad. Could put in a bit more detail, actually, if we wanted, couldn't we? Maybe some benches. You know, just a bit of outdoor seating and all that. Maybe put them sort of in front of every other bush. Got to have a bench in front of your bush, haven't you, ladies and gents? Something for him to sit on. Here we go. And there. Oh, see, look at that. It's nicely spaced. We'll do it around the other side as well. Oof. Look at it, look at it. It's looking good. Obviously, we'll need fire hydrants, maybe some litter bins and post... Oh god, what am I doing? That's wrong. It's every other one, Red. What you doing? What you doing, lad? So you see, even though this is positioned in a not quite so nice-ish area of town, given that you've got freaking car parks, factories and airport right over there to keep you awake at night, you can still try and, you know, make life sort of nice up here. I was saying post box. Could do with one of those, couldn't we? Let's put that there in front of that building. I think, yeah, put one post box for the whole area's fine. You don't need too many. What else? We could do with hydrants, maybe? I think of one or two hydrants would actually be good on the sort of corners. Maybe if we put one there. Put one at the other end as well, because I feel like, I don't know, in the interest of public health and safety, a fair few of them are probably desirable. Obviously, we've got this post box up here. We'll put the hydrants sort of next to it, I think. There we go. And maybe public bins. Got to have a few public bins located around here and there and everywhere. If we maybe put one there, yeah. I think we'll put one sort of toward each corner of this area, like that. Public sanitation. It's not a glamorous aspect of urban planning, but you got to plan for it. There we go. Right. So that's a bit of an area there. What else could we add to this, just to help kind of jazz it up a bit? I don't know. Maybe put. Obviously, we can't really have cars up here because there's no way for them to get down. I mean, then again, there is no way for anyone to get down from there. Once you're in your apartment there, you're basically trapped up there. Nah. We just pretend everyone's a way down somewhere. Maybe put bikes around, as though people have just sort of, you know... Yeah. Okay. Change the rotations a bit as well. 18. Yeah, like that. If we... Yeah, put some... Just sprinkle a few bicycles down. You know, it makes it look like this place is inhabited. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's looking good. Maybe a motor scooter as well, actually. I think that would look good, wouldn't it? Put that one there. There we go. Nice. Okay, that's looking fine, I think. 90 degrees, backed up to there. Okay, so we created a nice little section there to occupy some of the space. What else could we get up to? Incidentally, something else I didn't show actually at the start of this episode, which I probably should do. If we go over here, past the railway yards, I've actually started expanding these train tracks out a bit. This is what I want to do, right? I want to take one of these railway lines, go round this side of the car park down there, and around the sort of edge of the airport, and then bring it round. That's the thing. We've been so concentrating on building everything in terms of the town, we've barely built anything in terms of the railways. So we need to, you know, get cracking on with that at some point. You know, this game is called Tracks, the train set game, not Roads, the car set game. I suppose that would be, you know, an interesting spin-off. Right. Okay, so just getting back over towards this side of the map. Let's just see what else we could potentially be doing here. Because obviously you've got this green space between the raised area and the Terminal 2 car park. This needs filling up. What can we put in there? Maybe... Do you reckon we could have maybe like a little shopping area? Just a few high street stores, perhaps? Let's just see now. Can we get it right up against the old edge of this block? If I maybe increase the grid subdivisions a bit, actually. Put that down. Can we increase them a bit further? And a bit further. Okay, that might look better. Yeah. Yeah, I think it could look right, couldn't it? We just sprinkle a few of them down. Okay, so barber shop, Flowers. Flowers for all the people going to the airport. Or whatever. Toys. Bakery. Oh, careful. Ah, there we are. Greengrocers. Oh god, no, not... Oh god, I just took out the bloody bakery. Took out bakery. Don't want to take out bakery now, do ya? Everybody needs their fresh bread. Yep, there we go. Fresh artisan bread. Yeah, I mean... It's a narrow sort of path there, but people can get down to it. I think it'll be alright, won't it? It's just a way of, you know, filling up the space a bit. Yeah. You know what? I think it'll do me fine. Should we put a post office in? Because we've already got a post office on one side of town. Do we need another one? Not entirely sure. Well, maybe we could put one in here. Because this could be like a smaller, you know, just sort of a more kind of localised branch down here. And we have the other branch up there. Yeah, you know what, it's fine. It's fine. It'll do. What else? Should we put down maybe... Oof. You see, this is why I think we need a greater selection of different types of shops and commercial amenities in this game. So, you know, maybe, I don't know, fishmongers, a florist. What am I talking about? A florist? We've got a flower shop. What am I talking about? Fishmonger, furniture shop, I don't know. Things like that. A butcher's. We've got the bakers. What about the candlestick makers? I don't know. Just to, you know, to add a few things. You know what, we could maybe put some more barbershops down. Because that's the thing, you know, in pretty much every town out there, there's usually going to be quite a few different barbershops. That's the old thing, isn't it? Maybe put down another toy shop, just there. Another barbershop, because of course, like I say, you've got to have plenty of them. Because barbershops, you know, typically barbershops and hairdressers, those kind of things, they're usually small independent companies. So of course they only have small premises, typically, at least from my experience of them. So you end up with lots of independent chains in small towns and things like that. Okay, right. What else? Could we put down another bakery? I think we could. So let's put that there. Let's get down another flower shop. Oh, there we are. Flowers. What else? Get down another greengrocers. There we are. So you see, it just adds a bit of extra stuff to it, that's all. And then maybe just for the remainder we could just put normal tall houses in there, do you reckon? Do you reckon that'll work? Actually, they need to be ideally right up against the back of the raised area, don't they? Now that I think about it. Like there, yeah. Oh god, no, that's not in the right place at all. What am I doing? What am I doing, ladies and gentlemen? I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry for getting that momentarily in a bit of a strange position. Here we go. Stick a few of these bad boys. Yep, come on. Yep, there we are. Whap them down, lads and lasses. Yeah, we'll kind of extend them out a bit over here. Might as well extend them out to the base of that area. Okay, there we go. Right. So we've got kind of a little area at the foot of the big apartment raised area. So, got a few shops. These houses down here, you know, these are not really ideal kind of real estate. They're not particularly high demand properties, giving you right up on a fucking car park and all that. But, you know what? Every town has more and less desirable properties available. But you know what? I think that'll do us for now. I do think, oh, actually having said that, that's an area down there that'll need filling up as well at some point, won't it? In fact, whilst I'm at it, actually I might just stick down some quick additional detail in this area. Because obviously since we've got a post office, we could do with a post box, couldn't we, in there? And maybe just... Maybe, where should we put this? Maybe a little public bin, just sort of there. What about some fire hydrants? Because you always need them. So what about maybe one kind of on the street corner just there? Like that. Could put one actually up there as well, couldn't we? Yeah, so that way they're just sort of, you know, in place. Have one outside the barber shop. And maybe one down this kind of other end somewhere. Or maybe outside this greengrocer. There we go. Okay, right, that's that there. And obviously it's got adequate street lighting as well, because it's got the lighting of the car park to keep it nicely lit at night. Right, yeah, so I just need to think about what I want to do with this kind of empty space down here. Maybe I could fill it up with trees or something. Because it looks a bit thin, really, to be having houses in it. There's not going to be much of a path between them. So yeah, I'll probably do that actually. I'll probably put trees down there just to fill it up a bit, so that there's, so it's not just completely empty. Well, right, okay. I'll tell you what I'm going to do then, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to wrap this episode up here. So this was another episode of Tracks, the train set game with me, General Red Strategist. In the next episode, we'll move on and build some more stuff. Like I say, I want to try building a schoolhouse at some point, but having said that, that's going to require me to do a bit of testing off camera with different builds until I get something that I'm, fairly happy with. But of course, in the meantime, like I say, I'll continue working on filling up this Terminal 2 car park so it looks, properly occupied and all that. So yeah, by the time you join me for the next episode, it'll all be fairly, hopefully, well, it's been looking a bit busier, basically. I'll probably also fill in the trees down here off camera as well. Just otherwise it'll be a bit of a boring thing just to have that in the next episode. But I'm feeling quite proud of what I've built here with these apartment blocks on the raised area. I'm quite liking it. Pretty System really is coming together, and it's not even done yet. We've got so much more to do. But you can look forward to that in due course. Okay, so if you're not doing so already, you can follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Links down below in the video description as usual. If you're also interested in seeing me do anime-related content, go check out my General Red Propagandist channel. Link also down below. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like, perhaps comment below as well. Maybe share the video with your friends on social media. And if you're not doing so already, why not subscribe to my channel and all that. But in the meantime, time for me to go now. Goodbye, everybody. Finish the Queen Geist. I've got you now. Oh, hello. Let's just plant some dynamite on your head. Come on. Clear. Aha! Shot your... Oh, no, I didn't. Blew your head off, rather. Whew. That's that monstrosity finished off. Get over there. See ya. Oh shit, no! Oh, fuck! I did not mean to do that. Oh, please don't tell me I have to kill him again now. Shit! Bollocks! Well, I'm officially a freaking idiot.